Hi, welcome to StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 468. We, of course, Amy's like, we got to get going because I got something to do here. And then, of course, cannot get Zoom connected to YouTube to live stream this. So sorry for anybody that was waiting and for like our our promptness. Yeah.
Yep. It's been a busy week. For me this week, we found out that my daughter has an extra bone in her foot.
What?
Yeah, so we need to have surgery if she wants to be a runner in the future.
Well, we are all mutants in some way. Cool that she gets to grow extra bones. But sorry that it is interfering with her running career.
Yes.
Um, yeah, yeah. Not a ton, nothing that we need to take time up for me to chat about. Getting cold here again, which I'm like, "Arr." I
Mhm.
mean, I know that it's to be expected, but
Yeah, going negative for the second wave is always hard.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah. You kind of thought you got to the other side of it, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, definitely sweater weather here. And definitely need my woolly leggings when I go out and run. So
mhm. Yes, yes. It,
and not much as far as administrati. We got the KAL going on, something old, something new, something inspired or borrowed from another person, and something I actually had a dream last night, and I don't dream very often, about that we showed up and just like threw a bunch of yarn at a table at a knit group and was like, this could all be borrowed. To like enable the KAL. So yeah, I mean that's something else as well. If you've ever won a prize from us, you could use that as like it was from some an origin of someone else, right?
right.
But yeah, super excited about some of the. I've been verifying the entries and seeing everybody's creativity, and I just absolutely love it. So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah,
keep it up,
same.
get the entries in. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that free form entry where, you just kind of write what inspired or why it's old, why it's new. Yeah, it's fun.
Hmm. Yep.
Well, I might as well
Today's
get going.
whips. Yeah.
Yep, whoops. So we have the plant people. My beautiful yolk is done.
Woo.
Yep. And this is a lavender loon. It's the non-superwash merino yak and silk base. DK, it comes with 330 yards. So hopefully my sweater is a 4-ball one. And I only just attached the third one
You've
just
made a
now.
lot of
So
progress.
yeah. So we've got just a little bit more before we get to the ribbing on the bottom. And then we will go ahead and throw some sleeves on. I'm getting this unintentional striping from the camera, but it doesn't look quite so stripy in person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You showed that off on our KAL kickoff meeting, and I think it was just like to the lace, basically, right? Like right underneath the lace. Or maybe it
Mhm.
just separated for sleeves.
Something
Yeah.
along those lines.
Ah, looks great.
Thanks. Another KAL I'm participating in is that I'm part of the Farmer's Daughters Fibers monthly sock subscription. I'm jumping in February and I'm knitting the February colorway here. And this is a pattern from one of our attendees, Kirsten, and it's textured stripes. I think in her example, it's colorful. It's like rainbows
Mm.
uh, in the pattern picture. I only did 4. I think it calls or as pictured is 6, but it's a choose your own adventure, so I can do 4.
Hmm.
So I actually turned or did the heel flap turn here, and I'm on the foot. So that is only sock 1, and we're on day 11. So I need to get a groove on because we're in a shorter month. But I figure another weekend, I can make some significant progress. And as soon as I get that second one cast on, especially with the deadline, I tend to go pretty fast.
So
Another,
that's like finish in a month.
yeah, yeah. You have to use the yarn set for that month, and it arrives a few days before the month start.
Hmm.
And you only get until the end, I think the end of the month. There might be a little grace, maybe a 24-hour grace for the round the world situation, and then to enter them. But I want to try to get them entered before the, but even if I don't, I decided to join because I wanted to play along with everybody else's pictures, right? So I
Hmm.
get to see what everybody else is making, and they get to ooh and ah what I'm making. So
Yeah.
it's not about the finishing. Um, this is another party top. This is my third party top that I've made. And I noticed that one of my party tops didn't make it into my Ravelry. Because I was looking them up and I was like, where's that other one? I know I have it. And then I went and I found the actual garment. And went, oh, I did make it. And then I'm like, oh, it's just not on Ravelry. So one of these days I'll have to get a picture and submit it. But
And
for
that's
now,
Sam Garin, the pedal party cup?
no, no, no. This is party
Oh,
top.
party top. Got it.
Yeah, it's just party top. I can't remember the designer. She's wearing kind of a flowy shirt and
Hmm.
pants with it. I have typically worn them with dresses, but
Got it.
it's designed to be zero or negative ease, and kind of cinch in a dress or whatever or a
Got
top.
it.
Um, so takes 3 skeins of DK, but maybe not quite from what I remember. And at least for my size. But yeah, this is oh shoot, Kato yarn. Um,
Hmm.
this beautiful bright tealy green minty. I'm not even
Yeah. I mean, I
sure.
feel like we coordinate a little bit. My sweaters are getting blown out a little bit, but in the same family, right? With pops
Yeah.
of kind of green like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this might seem blown out, but it is bright. It is bright. So it's not it might come off just a little bit richer of a hue, but it is super bright like this in person. And then I have a few that are kind of last but not least. I finished one sock and I did not bring the other one up here, so there's not much to see, but I am finishing up my striped socks from Woolens and Nosh. So I got the toe done and now I'm doing the straightaway. But as you kind of noticed from all of my tops, they're kind of on the straightaway.
Mhm.
So since they're on the straightaway, I had to go cast on itis crazy and cast on 2 different pairs of the very important villager. So this is a Megan Williams pattern, if you're not aware.
Mhm.
And
Love that so much. Yeah.
I was inspired by Megan with all of her mohair color work last week. And so this is what I have chosen. Um, so this is kind of a peachy color. And then this was a dark blue. I can't really hold up the balls for you. I've got them tucked away inside yarn management jail here,
Mhm.
but very beautiful colors. And
Ah.
then my secondary combo, this one's for Eat Sleep Knit because all of these yarns came from Eat Sleep Knit, is a
Woo.
very bright yellow with a white mohair. So, and this is just white with white, just very classic. Um, Nothing, no color play there, but
Yeah.
it's looking very cheerful. And I was a little worried about the contrast, but um,
It's coming
once you get,
through.
yeah, when you get more of it going, it is really, I don't know, it's lovely. It's
Hmm.
not, it's not subtle where you can't see the pattern. It's just not, you can't necessarily see it across the room.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is kind of fun. I mean, it's
yeah.
kind of like you have your own little, like, this is for my enjoyment, not your
Right. They're just yellow
moment.
mittens to you. But
Yeah.
when I get close to
But
them,
high
you'll know.
vis, like I could see wearing those out
Oh, yeah.
running, so that people could see me.
Yes, it's a very bright yellow.
Yeah.
But yep. So that was the conclusion of my whips. I had many as always, but I really am enjoying getting some colorway magic here while I am, or color work magic, while I am warring, knitting all the stockinette on all the other projects.
Well, you're a stockinette zombie. Yeah. I
Mhm.
was also inspired to make more because you asked me for all of my mitten patterns, and I'd forgotten how many mitten patterns I had. So I grabbed some of my Keenan Lane yarns mohair and held it with some of my leftovers from my caramelli, which was the Magpie Fibers Swanky DK. So it's
Oh.
already really soft, right? But then you add that soft strand in with it. And then yeah, I was going to show I do reuse my sock blockers to do the mittens. I don't necessarily need like the wider at the top, right? I do kind of want it to taper, but I find that when I take them off of the blocker that this is just fine, right? Like it blocks out the kind of pointy part and then it relaxes without that. So these have not been obviously the ends haven't been woven in and they haven't been washed such that I should be blocking them, but I threw them on my sock blocker to show that like if you have a sock blocker with a long piece here, you can also use it as a mitten blocker. So yeah, I used the leftovers. This is the teal is three Irish girls. And yeah, they're just, I mean, you can see, right? They're just so soft and smushy with all that mohair in there. Um, yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Oh, when you held up your light or as the both of yours are lighter as the contrast color.
Mhm.
This I had to flip it. And my mind was getting I was getting mixed up. Sometimes I'd read the wrong row because I was looking for the row where it started with
Mhm.
the colors the correct way. So I think if I ever publish another pattern, color work pattern, I'm gonna make sure that I've got the reverse out there because yeah, I
Mhm.
was very easily able to like take a screenshot, manipulate the colors, and then I was like flying, right? But yeah, if you've ever got a pattern and you feel comfortable with graphic art, well, I mean, a lot of apps now make that available that you can kind of flip the colors if it's pattern was definitely written with the darker color as the main color, and I had the lighter color as the main color here. Um, and so, yeah, this is No Valley Low Enough from the Minnesota 52 book, and wrapping up some thumbs on the other one. And then everything else is a needle adjacent. So I literally just as I was getting ready here, cast on a toe, a DK weight toe on threes. Haven't decided other than what that I'm casting on the contrast toe. This is Lavender Loon, and I believe I got it a couple years ago. It was like a really fun speckle here with some contrast yellow, cheer, and wish. And I'm going to make a sock, obviously. And then we'll see whether or not I can get this in by the end of February. But I had bought the yarn to make a strata pullover a while ago. And these were the colors that I picked out. This is definitely my favorite color. So I was thinking that could be my fave color. And then, yeah, here's the three colors. So this would be the main. This is worked in the slipped color work motif and the yoke.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, this is Webs. I got it from Webs, sorry, Cascade BFL.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, been sitting here in a bag, like going, Megan, you said you were going to make a Strana pullover at me. And so thinking that might be my next cast on. So
Awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking while you were talking about the DK weight socks that Tracy has applied to be a designer for the showcase, and she has one pattern out, and it is a DK weight sock. So if you
Hmm.
saw that out in our Discord and you purchased it, it will count for bonus points. I just need to do the paperwork to put her designer information onto the Discord. So I've been like set to do it, and then my computer's not charged, or set to do it, and then something else comes up. So she has applied, and we will be adding her to the designer showcase. And so I'm sure she's eager think up new patterns and get a few more before the retreat. But for now, that sock pattern, it's DK weight, looks like a lovely lace pattern on it. So I did purchase it and I might work it up here. I don't know about this month. I got a lot on the needles, but soon, because it'll count for just about everything.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you mentioned that, and I was just going to mention from the ZKKL, we do have quite a few people that are test knitting.
Mm.
Um, if the pattern isn't published or it isn't a pattern that is like out on that you can like link in Ravelry or on your Discord post, we ask that you wait until it's available to submit for the points. If it's something that's going to qualify for DK, like we should probably have a conversation, right? The cold iron challenge. But I've been holding off on verifying the designer bonus on those. I saw Kristen just had her hat get published, and so I went back and verified the designer portion on all of those. But yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah, bookkeeping on KALs. I'm glad Tracy is joining in the fun.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I did purchase that pattern, so I'll probably get it on the needles here before too long. I just wanted to make sure that people were aware that if they are knitting that, it is published and they can count it
Mhm.
as a designer bonus.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Okay. I didn't have anything else. So happy knitting. Bye.
Bye, Uta.
Oh, jeez.